Welcome back to our channel Knowledge Compass. Did you know which country is the most bombed in the world and also the largest consumer of sticky rice on the planet? Yes, it's Laos, a small country with so many surprising facts. Today, let's explore these fascinating and lesser-known truths about this incredible country. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any exciting videos coming up. Laos, a country located in the heart of Southeast Asia, has a strategic position bordering several countries: China to the north, Vietnam to the east, Cambodia to the south, Thailand to the west, and Myanmar to the northwest. With an area of approximately 237,955 square kilometers, Laos is comparable in size to the U.S. state of Wyoming. As one of the few countries without a coastline, Laos relies on neighboring countries to transport goods through their seaports. The country's terrain is predominantly mountainous and consists of highlands, vast valleys, and large rivers, with the Mekong River flowing along its western border. This not only facilitates water transportation, but also presents a significant challenge for the development of land-based infrastructure. The population of Laos is currently around 7.8 million people, with the majority being ethnic Lao, making up a significant portion of the community. However, the country is also home to many ethnic minority groups, especially in the remote mountainous regions. The official language is Lao, and Buddhism is the predominant religion, deeply influencing the culture and spiritual life of the people. Laos has a young and growing population, although the majority of its residents still live in rural areas. The economy is primarily based on agriculture, hydropower, and natural resource extraction. Despite the ongoing development process, Laos has experienced strong growth in recent years. Notably, the country is enhancing its economic connectivity and integration with regional and global partners through infrastructure investment initiatives, which open up many opportunities for sustainable development in the future. Laos is a country with great tourism potential, thanks to its natural beauty and rich historical landmarks. Places like Luang Prabang and the capital city of Vientiane attract a large number of international tourists every year. The Land of a Million Elephants. Laos, known as the Land of a Million Elephants, has a deep-rooted history and tradition closely linked to elephants. This nickname originates from the elephant, a powerful symbol of strength and majesty in Lao culture and history. Elephants were once an essential part of the daily life of the people, used in agriculture, transportation, and even in warfare. Historically, Laos was home to a great kingdom called the Kingdom of Lan Sang, the Kingdom of a Million Elephants, founded in the 14th century under the leadership of King Phang. The name Lan Sang, which translates to a million elephants, reflects the strength and prosperity of the kingdom, where elephants were not only a mode of transportation, but also symbols of power and wealth. Today, elephants still hold a special place in Lao culture, even though the number of wild elephants has significantly decreased due to changes in society and the environment. However, elephants are still respected and preserved, particularly in wildlife sanctuaries and tourism activities. Traditional festivals and parades where elephants are lavishly decorated remain an integral part of Laos's rich cultural heritage. Laos, the most bombed country in the world. Laos was heavily impacted during the Vietnam War, especially during the period when the United States bombed the country. From 1964 to 1973, over a span of 9 years, the United States dropped more than 2 million tons of bombs on Laos, making it the most bombed country in the world. These attacks not only caused severe loss of life and property, but also left behind lingering consequences that lasted for decades. Around 30% of these bombs failed to explode, rendering much of the land in Laos uninhabitable. This severely affected the country's agriculture, leaving the people unable to cultivate or develop their land for production. Today, the legacy of war still persists, with hundreds of Lao people being injured or killed each year by accidentally encountering unexploded bombs or grenades. Although efforts have been made to clear land of unexploded ordnance, This task remains incredibly difficult and requires more time to ensure the safety of the community. Laos is the world's largest consumer of sticky rice. The first interesting fact about Laos is the staple food that the Lao people love. Considered an essential part of every meal, sticky rice is consumed in Laos more than anywhere else in the world. It is estimated that each Laotian consumes 155 kilograms of sticky rice per year. In contrast, Europeans or Americans typically consume only around 9 kilograms of rice annually. Today, the Lao people still often refer to themselves as Luk Khao Nyu, which means descendants or children of sticky rice. Capital of bold French architecture. Vientiane, the capital of Laos, was once the administrative center under French rule and remains the official capital of the country today. Although Laos has gone through various changes in its history and is now at peace, Vientiane still retains a distinct French architectural style. The wide boulevards, colonial buildings, and the aroma of freshly baked bread, wine, and coffee are easy to notice when visiting Vientiane. Not only is it a place where visitors can admire the French-influenced architecture, but Vientiane also reflects the pride of the Lao people in their heroic history of fighting against foreign invaders. This is one of the fascinating aspects of Laos, which attracts tourists not only with its architectural beauty, but also with the resilience and determination of its people. Vientiane is an appealing destination where visitors can experience the blend of the timeless charm of French architecture and the steadfast spirit of the Lao people. Sa Bai Di, the Lao greeting. When meeting any local in Laos, visitors can greet them by clasping their hands and saying Sa Bai Di. The Lao people will surely respond with a warm look, a bright smile, and a friendly greeting, wishing you a happy new day. Lao people do not encourage greetings that involve touching the body or limbs. Instead, they usually clasp their hands in front of their chest and bow their heads to show respect. Nowadays, as society becomes more open, some Lao men have learned to greet each other with a handshake, but this gesture is still not encouraged for women. Buddhist culture. Buddhism has a long history and has flourished, becoming the national religion in Laos. According to statistics from the Lao Ministry of Interior, around 66% of the Lao population practices Buddhism. This is undoubtedly an interesting fact about Laos that most people are familiar with. Buddhist culture has deeply rooted itself in the thoughts and daily lives of the Lao people, leaving clear marks in everyday life. It is not only reflected in ancient temples and architectural structures, but also in the yellow robes worn by monks. Buddhism has become an inseparable part of the spiritual life of the Lao people. From architecture to painting, from language to literature, from clothing, cuisine, to beliefs and festivals, all bear the distinctive imprint of Buddhism. With its profound influence, Buddhism is not only a religion, but also a significant part of the culture and identity of Laos, helping to shape the unique spiritual values in Lao society. The Plain of Jars. On the Shangquang Plateau lies a mysterious and puzzling archaeological site known as the Plain of Jars. This vast area is scattered with thousands of stone jars, and no one is exactly sure what they were used for, but they date back to the Stone Age, 500 BC, 500 AD. The curious site has sparked numerous theories, opinions, and stories surrounding this intriguing location in Laos. Some believe the jars were part of local burial rituals, while others suggest that these jars once contained whiskey for giant, thirsty beings who lived in the nearby mountains. The largest waterfall in Southeast Asia. Khone Phapheng Falls, also known as the Niagara of the East, is located on the Mekong River in southern Laos. It is the largest waterfall in Southeast Asia, with the highest point reaching 21 meters. The rapids stretch for nearly 10 kilometers along the length of the Mekong River. This waterfall is the main reason why the Mekong River is unable to be fully navigated by boats all the way to China. Vieng Xai Caves once hid an entire city. More than 50 years ago, deep in the jungle and nestled between limestone cliffs, the Vieng Xai Caves were home to over 20,000 Lao people who sought refuge from American bombs during the Vietnam War for more than a decade. This complex network of over 450 limestone caves, often referred to as the City of Victory, was established by Khone Phapheng, the leader of the Lao Communist movement. The secret caves were transformed into homes, schools, markets, bakeries, banks, theaters, elephant barns, and even a hospital for the residents living there. Today, the caves serve as a museum and are one of the fascinating facts about Laos that captivate all who visit. The enchanting volcanic crater lake. Nong Fa Lake, also known as Nong Fa Lake, is a volcanic crater lake located in Vieng Xai District, Adapao Province, southeastern Laos, about 12 kilometers from the Vietnam border. The lake sits at an altitude of 1,154 meters above sea level and has a maximum depth of around 78 meters. Cars everywhere. One interesting fact about Laos is that if you visit, you will easily notice the presence of cars on every street, from urban areas to rural ones. The Lao government strongly encourages the use of cars, and one of the key factors is that car taxes are very low, making it easier for people to own and use vehicles compared to many other countries in the region. The King of Islands. Laos, the only Southeast Asian country without a coastline, has a unique natural feature in its southern region. This is the Si Phan Don archipelago on the Mekong River, located in Champasak Province, with more than 4,000 islands of various sizes. While not sea islands, Si Phan Don offers a peaceful atmosphere and captivating beauty, allowing visitors to experience the feeling of a true beach vacation, with its picturesque scenery and pristine nature. The Si Phan Don archipelago is not only famous for its natural beauty, but also for being home to the Irrawaddy dolphin, a rare freshwater dolphin species. According to the Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF, only about 92 Irrawaddy dolphins remain in the Mekong River region, especially in the area between the Laos and Cambodia border. The presence of this dolphin species adds to the conservation value of the region, while also attracting visitors to explore and appreciate the unique natural beauty of this area. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.